Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another one, Ringo TV Reactions. We back again for another live stream. What we're going to be talking about is an interesting topic. To understand the meaning of life, to understand the meaning of life, you have to stop living for self. In order for you to understand the meaning of life, you have to stop living for self. Many of you are literally on a treadmill. You're in one of them running machines that a hamster run on. And it's like your life is not going nowhere because there's no purpose, because you're living for self. I mean, the world we live in teaches us to be selfish. It teaches us to live for self. It teaches us to just focus on us, our own personal happiness, our own feelings. So our life have no meaning. In order for you to understand the meaning of life, you have to stop living for self. You literally have to stop living. You have to give up. This is why when you read the scriptures, the Messiah said, if man, woman, child don't give up their family and their life for me, then it's like you don't even have a life because you don't have no purpose. And see, a lot of you think that you're living, but you're just existing. You haven't even started living your life yet. You're just existing because your life has become about you. It's all about getting the bag. It's all about getting an education. It's all about competing with everybody. And this is what everybody's doing. People are literally competing to see how much toys they can gather, how much clothes they can get, who's dressing the flyest, who got the most money, who got the most cars. For what? You're just existing. You haven't even lived yet. When are you gonna focus on the meaning of life? See, today you're here, tomorrow you're gone. If you were to die today, what would people say about you? What would your coworkers say about you? What would your families say about you? What meaning was your life? What impact did you have? Who have you touched? What work have you done? What purpose have you fulfilled? To understand the meaning of life, you have to stop living. But Ringo, if I'm gonna stop living, then wouldn't that go against the meaning of life? No. The problem is we're not living for the Most High. We're not living for purpose. We're living for ourselves. And if all you focus on is yourself, you're never gonna be fulfilled. You're gonna always be miserable. You're gonna always try to fill the void because you're not happy with yourself. There must be purpose in your life. In order to understand the meaning of life, you have to stop living for yourself. Where's the purpose? What purpose is there? Why am I alive? Why am I getting up in the morning to go to work? Why am I doing the same thing every day? Why am I doing this? Where am I going? What am I doing? Why am I here? Week after week. You get up in the morning, it's the same routine. What's my purpose? Why do I inhale and exhale? Why? I want to know why. See, again, a lot of people are just existing. They're not living because they haven't found who they are, because society has blinded you. Society has taken away the desire to understand purpose. Just look at our people today. Both men and women have no purpose. For the most part, everybody's just chasing the bag. Ain't nothing wrong with making money. Ain't nothing wrong with trying to get yours. But what are you doing with this money? What exactly are you doing? Squandering it on your own lust? Buying a bunch of materials? Who have you helped? What have you done with that money? What have you started? What purpose? What is the meaning of life for you? Is it just going to the 9 to 5? Day in, day out, the same routine? What is the meaning of life? Ask yourself the question. A lot of you ladies, what is the meaning for your life? Do you think it's all about looking cute all day? What family have you developed? Where's your husband? What results have you accomplished? What's the goal? You brothers, what's the meaning of life for you? Just getting with a sister to smash, that's it? Okay, what have you accomplished? Because when you die, you're gonna go to hell for being a whoremonger. That's right, for pumping and dumping these sisters and you not wifing them up and you ain't taking care of these babies, then you're gonna be in hell's fire, bro. That's where you're going. If nobody didn't tell you that, that's where you're going, bro. So, what is the meaning of life for you? Why were you born? Ladies, you got a purpose. But if you're so focused on yourself, you're never gonna fulfill your purpose. Ladies, you have a womb. Your womb is supposed to be bringing forth life. You're supposed to be raising children. You're supposed to be in your feminine energy, but you're not doing that. Instead, you're selfish. Instead, you're holding your womb hostage. Your womb is supposed to be used by the Most High to bring in life. Your breast wasn't designed to entice men, to flirt, to seduce, to lure them in with thirst traps. Your breast was supposed to be used to give these babies the necessary nutrition, not using all of that Similac and all that other mess that the system gives you. But no, your breast is supposed to be used to nourish children, to give them food. But you're not doing that because you're selfish. So rather than your breast be used to nurse babies, instead you go get implants, destroying what the Most High gave you. BBLs, destroying what the Most High gave you. Lashes, destroying what the Most High gave you. Weave, destroying what the Most High gave you. Getting all of these operations on your face. Vanity, vain, for what? Trying to look cute for a man that's gonna leave you anyway. Because if you ain't right with the Most High, ain't nothing gonna work. And see, this is because you're just existing. When you're a woman and you have purpose, every day counts. Every minute counts. Every second counts. Because you realize and you understand the meaning of life. Life is all about purpose, fulfilling those goals, understanding why you're here. Every man, woman, and child has a purpose. And if you're not operating in that purpose, you're not living your life. You're just existing, waiting to die. This is very serious. We live in a day and a time where people are just lost. Everybody is just doing their own thing in their own world. Nobody helps one another. We're all out for self. That's crazy. Where's the purpose? Where's the purpose? Look at all these other different ethnic groups of people. Look at how they all stick together when it comes to building their communities, when it comes to prospering, when it comes to business. But when it comes to us, we don't know how to work together. We don't know how to form a union. We don't know how to have any networks. We don't even understand networking. We talk about it, but we don't practice it. We make videos about it, but we never fulfill it. So basically, we're all on our own, trying to outdo the next man when we're all in a pit. This is where we at. To understand the meaning of life, you have to stop living for self. As soon as you stop living for yourself and stop focusing on yourself and learn that your life has a purpose, then you're gonna understand the meaning of life. See, I do what I do because I love to do it. If I'm not doing this, there's no purpose for me being here. It don't even make no sense. When I get up and my eyes open up and I realize it's another day, that's the Most High granting me the opportunity to reach another person. He's giving me the opportunity to breathe so I can make another video, so I can speak some truth. Because I understand the mission, I understand the assignment, I understand the purpose. I understand that my life is meant to be a blessing to somebody else. My life, my time is supposed to be used to edify somebody else. But see, if I'm selfish and I'm only focused on me, then I'm gonna hide the gifts. I'm gonna hide the messages. I'm gonna hide what the Most High tell me to do. And I'm never gonna be fulfilled. Because my life is supposed to be used for somebody else. Your life is supposed to be used for somebody else. It's not about you. It's not about how great you think you are. You're nothing. I don't think anybody ever told you that. We're so used and accustomed to everybody telling us how great we are. That's fine and nice. But in the eyes of the Most High, who do you think you are? You think you're higher than him? Do you think you're higher than the purpose that he called you to do? No. You have to humble yourself and you have to recognize how short life is. See, I understand how short life is. I understand that when I look at the news and I'm hearing this one passed away, that one passed away, oh, this YouTuber passed away and that YouTuber passed away. And we just think that we're gonna just be here forever. No, we all got an expiration date. We don't know the day nor the hour. We just don't know. I'm here today, I'm talking to you, but I don't know my day or the hour when I'm gonna depart the land of the living. I don't know. So I make use of the time while I have it. I tell myself, you know what? Hey, I did 2 streams earlier. I'm gonna call it quits. I'll just work on some videos tomorrow. But no, I come back on because I'm making use of the time, because I recognize that time is short. So I gotta do more. See, in order to understand the meaning of life, you can't be living for yourself, because you're gonna become selfish. You're gonna become selfish with everything. Most of you out there, you're selfish. Some of you, you're so full of yourself, nobody can't even talk to you because you're on a high horse. Certain people, I can't even talk to them. Can't. I can see how they move. Their mind is gone. They're all about self. They want to receive. They want everybody to give to them. But they ain't giving nothing to nobody. They're not doing nothing for nobody. They're not helping nobody. They're not putting out nothing in the universe that's helping lives, to change lives, to elevate the people. Because they don't care. Because they're selfish. to understand the meaning of life, you have to stop living for self. When you get up in the morning, what are you doing for others? What is the purpose for why you breathe? What are you doing? What are you working on? What are you working towards? You ladies that got a man, that got a husband. What are you doing to be a helpmate to that man? Are you aggravating that man? Are you involved with the calling? Are you making things easier for this brother? Are you helping to aid and assist, encourage? Are you doing these things for this brother? You guys, you got yourself a decent lady. Are you doing your part as a man? Are you doing your part to provide? Are you educating the household? Are you setting order, rules, and boundaries? What are you doing? Life is short. We don't got much time. Every day I wake up, I think about how short time is. It's not much time left. There's a lot of work to be done. So little time to understand the meaning of life. You have to stop living for self. Stop being selfish with your time. Stop being selfish with your gift. Stop being selfish with your resources. Look at all of these people that's in the world that got money, millions and millions of dollars. And all they do is boast and pride themselves on how rich they are, but they're not doing a damn thing for anybody. They're not helping nobody. They're not building nothing for nobody. They're just out here existing, living a life of vanity, wasting time, wasting money, buying $100,000 chains, $1 million diamond rings. Vanity, a waste of time. Women, so caught up on her looks, she spent 20 hours in the mirror. Rather than her settling down and be a wife, she's up in these streets, wasting her life away, giving her womb to Pookie and Ray Ray. Everybody's having their way with your womb. Rather than you settling down, repenting of your sins and get right with the Most High, you still want to be in the streets with the devil. But then you complain. Then you complain that things ain't going your way, but you're selfish. You don't do nothing for nobody. You don't care about nobody. You don't have a heart for nobody. You don't got no compassion for nobody. And you're wondering why you're nobody. You're wondering why you're miserable. You're wondering why you don't got no friends. Could it be your attitude? See, your purpose might be to have a smile and face for everybody. Your purpose might be to give people encouragement. Your purpose might be to give people decent words, but instead, you hold back praise. You hold back a good report. Some of you are so evil that you see people that are doing things, and rather than you show love, rather than you give some encouragement, rather than you be a vessel of honor, instead, you hold back praise, compliments. You hold back giving flowers. You hold back all sorts of things that the Most High told you to give to somebody, but instead, you hold it in. Why? Jealousy, envy, red eye, because you're selfish. In order to understand the meaning of life, you have to stop living for self. The more you focus on yourself, the further away you are from your purpose. Because the way the Most High set this thing up, you're gonna have to use your life to benefit others in order for your life to have meaning. It's the only way. The reason why a lot of you are unfulfilled is because you're selfish, self-centered. You just think about yourself, your house, your car, your money, you. You're not thinking about other people's needs. You're not thinking about other people's wants. You're not thinking about the brokenhearted. You're not thinking about other people that need a word. As long as you're good, as long as you got food to eat, you don't care about nobody else. And this is the world we live in. A world where everybody's getting the bag, but ain't nobody doing a damn thing for nobody. Nobody cares about nobody. Your own family don't even care about you. You don't even care about your family because everybody's living a selfish life. And this is why people are dying and going to hell, because nobody has purpose anymore. We must get back to the purpose for why we're born, to understand the meaning of life. In order to get to that destination, you can't be selfish. You have to be attentive to what you were born to do. Your life have to have value. And in order for that to happen, it got to be used as a sacrificial offering to the Most High, to be used to bless other people. That's the only way you get blessed. You be a blessing to others. But you don't want to do that. You just want everything for self. Some of you reach a certain level of success. You don't teach nobody. You don't help nobody. What's the point of you being successful? To just look good, to stunt, to show everybody how successful you are, but you ain't teaching one? You ain't teaching other brothers how to fish? What's the point of us seeing your success if you ain't teaching nobody how to be successful? What's the point? What's the point of driving in the hood with your fancy car if you ain't gonna teach me how to get a car? What's the point of you? What is the point of you showing off with your house if you ain't gonna teach other brothers how to get out the projects? What's the point of you talking about how much money you got if you ain't teaching other brothers how to acquire wealth? Don't just talk a talk. Don't just try to stunt and shine. Be about it. Each one teach one. Purpose. Life is all about purpose and meaning. And if you ain't doing nothing to help nobody elevate, your life don't mean nothing because you're not using it for nothing but yourself. What's the point of you eating good if nobody else ain't eating good? You driving good, but nobody's driving good. What's the point? Everybody's selfish. And this is why nobody's really living. We're just existing in an evil world of confusion and chaos. Do I look like I'm reading from a paper? Do it look like I'm reading a script? You see my eyes zoomed into that camera. Pure eye contact, talking directly to you. Why? Because that's coming from the heart. See, from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks, is what the scriptures say. Stop being selfish. Stop holding back. You have a purpose. Most of you know what your purpose is, but you just don't do it. Some of you, the Most High, put it on your heart to do certain things. You still haven't done it yet. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? The Most High already spoke to you, told you exactly what to do, but you just kind of turn the blind eye because you're selfish. And this is why you're not happy. This is why you're not fulfilled. A lot of you ladies, y'all keep getting mad with me when I talk about relationship issues. I told you already. If you don't comply with the Most High and these truths, you're not going to have no success. You trying to figure out the meaning of life, but you're selfish. How are you going to ever settle down with a quality man if you're selfish? If it's all about you? Look at the kind of men you're interested in. You don't want a man that's a good brother. You don't want a guy that is on his grind. You want a guy making 6 figures or more. Unrealistic expectations and goals. Extremely superficial, materialistic. If a guy is not taking you out to all these restaurants, you give up. If a guy is not treating you a certain way, you throw in a towel. See, you have trained yourself to fail because you don't understand purpose. The Most High made you as a helpmate, to be a helper to that man, to sustain that man, to bring forth children for that man, to cook for that man, to love that man, to encourage that man, to be there to help him out. That's what he put you here for. But you don't want to do that. You want to live your best life. You want to go on hot girl summer. That's what you wanted to do. And you're wondering why you're growing older. You're wondering why the gray hair is kicking in. And you're wondering why things ain't going your way. You've been selfish your whole life. You have not given nobody nothing. And the Most High can't even use you because it's all about you. You have lived a vain life. 30 plus years you on the earth, vain. 40 plus, 50 years you've been alive, still haven't even found your purpose yet. Why? Because you're focused on yourself. And that's where the devil placed you. The devil is the one that is having us in a position where we're just confused about reality. We're so focused on ourselves, we don't even have time for the Most High. Most of you don't even know the Most High. You don't even care about your eternal salvation. You're so focused on yourself. You don't even care about your eternal resting place. But I bet you, when you're on your deathbed, when you're at that point of death, that is the part where you tell people to pray for you. Imagine that. Imagine that. Your whole life, you didn't care about the Most High. You ain't care about the scriptures. You rejected the prophets and the teachers and the preachers and the pastors. You didn't care about none of us. But when you're at your point of death, when you're going through sickness and disease, all of a sudden now you're telling everybody else to pray for you. All of a sudden you became a believer in prayer. Well, how about you pray for your damn self? Since you're so selfish, since you're so self-centered and it's all about you, pray for yourself. Let's see if you can overcome. All of a sudden you want others' help now, but you were never there to give no help. When was the last time you helped somebody? When was the last time you sowed a seed in somebody's life? When was the last time you done something good for somebody? Not to be seen by others, not to publicize it, but in secret. When was the last time you were a blessing to somebody? But you want prayer. But you don't want to read them scriptures. You don't want to open the Bible for yourself. You don't want to sacrifice your time for others. But you want to receive blessings. You want to receive and receive from others, but you ain't giving them nothing. To understand the meaning of life, you have to stop living for self. We all have a purpose. I know I do. And I know I got a lot of work that I have to do. Because my life don't mean nothing if I'm not doing the will of the Most High. If I'm not where I'm supposed to be doing what I'm supposed to do, then I'm out of the will of the Heavenly Father. And if I'm out of the will of the Heavenly Father, there's no protection. This is another thing that a lot of people don't understand. This is why a lot of people have early deaths. When you're not in the will of the Most High for your life, you'll have an early death. When you're in His will and you're doing what He called you to do, there's protection, there's safety, because you're where you're supposed to be. But if you're out in the world just living it up and you're not fulfilling what He told you to do, you're out of the will of the Most High and you are susceptible to the wiles of the devil. And this is why a lot of young brothers die early, because they got out of the will of the Most High. They were so focused on themselves, man. They were so focused on their fame. They were so focused on how many subscribers they got. They were so focused on how many viewers they got, that they forgot about the purpose and the assignment. Some of you brothers, the Most High has elevated you to a level so that you can help others. But rather than you helping others, you're squandering everything on yourselves. So sad, man. But this is the world we live in, fam. So, hey, to understand the meaning of life, you have to stop living for self. You really have to repent and say, yeah, I've been selfish my whole life. I don't even think about nobody else. I only think about my own personal peace and happiness. It's one thing to roll solo, but if your life is not being a blessing to others, you're basically living a vain life. Your life have no meaning. One hand washes the other. Both hands washes the face. You have to know your purpose to understand the meaning of life. Until you find that purpose, you're gonna just exist in a world of sin and evil. And you're gonna do evil. When you finally wake up to the meaning of life and you realize, I know why I'm alive, now your life is gonna have value, because when you get up in the morning, there's meaning, there's purpose for why I do what I do. There's a reason why. Do you understand me? It's just like a man of truth, and he's a pastor or a preacher. When he gets into the pulpit and he's preaching, that's like the best place to be. Because in that space, that's where his power resides. And he's at peace and he's protected. When you're in the will of the Most High for your life, you can't go wrong. When you're in the will of the Most High, the right people come in your life. But when you're not in the will of the Most High, the devil will send all of his demons to latch onto you. And this is how people have early deaths. This is why so many rappers have died. This is why. Because they get with the wrong people, because they're not in the will of the Most High. They're practicing and operating in the will of the devil. This is what they're doing. We have to understand that living a selfish life is going to always keep you unfulfilled. There's a lot of people that got a lot of money and they're not happy. A lot of materials, not happy. Cars, property, they're not fulfilled. But when they take $1 and they help somebody, it does something to them, make them feel good. They can't even explain why is it that they feel good after doing a good deed. Because that's what you're supposed to be doing. That's why you felt good. Because you did something and you put a smile on somebody else's face. When was the last time you put a smile on somebody's face? When was the last time you gave somebody some encouraging words? When was the last time you did these things? And stop thinking about your own needs and your own self and what nobody ain't ever did for you. How about you start planting seeds of doing that for others so it can be done to you? Whatsoever a man sow, that's how he also reap. Whatever you give, whatever you put out in the universe is what you're gonna get back. Whatever you sow, you're gonna reap. But if you're sowing selfishness, then people are gonna be selfish with you. Because you're a selfish person, you're a selfish individual. Why would anybody wanna do anything for you? You have a life of selfishness and greed. And you envy everybody else, even though you're successful. Imagine you're successful and you're still envious of others. So you don't want nobody else to be successful? You want everybody to be on the bottom? It's crazy. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna keep this about 30-something minutes. Hope everybody gained something from this. To understand the meaning of life, you have to stop living for self. Once you understand who you are, why you're born, what your purpose is, that is when the meaning of life becomes clear. A lot of you guys, you chasing women everywhere. Fam, you wasting your time. I told you already, brothers. Most High first. Health and fitness. Focus on your money, then deal with women. Stop wasting your time, bro. Listen, when you focus on the Most High, when you focus on your calling, when you focus on the mission, the right woman or women will gravitate to you. You don't even have to do nothing. I promise you. You don't have to say nothing. You don't got to do nothing. The right women come to you automatically. But when you're following the will of the devil, he will send demonic women your way, which will destroy your life. Do you want that to happen to you? It's time to overcome. It's time to wake up. Life is short. Time is very limited. So again, to understand the meaning of life, you're going to have to stop living a selfish life. You're going to have to stop. Because when you finally wake up, your eyes open up and you start seeing things for what it is. You'll look at everybody else that's existing, and you'll start realizing them people haven't even started living their life yet because they're focused on themselves. There's no purpose to their life. Their life have no value, no meaning. Hey, do what you got to do, fam. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Ringo TV Reactions. Doing what we got to do. Right? So, to understand the meaning of life, you have to stop living for self. You have to stop doing it. So I'm going to get up on out of here. Y'all have a good day, a blessed day, wherever you are in the world. I'm doing my part. How about you do yours? I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.